In the heart of the 20th century, while the world was distracted by the Cold War and the space race, a man named John Calhoun was playing God. But he wasn't interested in the stars. He was interested in the shadows. He wanted to know, can a species survive its own perfection? Before Universe 25, there was the Maryland Project of 1947. This is a detail often missed in history books. Calhoun didn't start in a sterile lab. He started in a wild field. He provided 1,000 square meters of land for 5 pairs of Norway rats. Here is the mystery. Even in that massive space, the population never grew. It stayed stagnant at 150. Why? Because the rats began to realize that physical space is not the same as social space. They began to fight for status instead of food. Calhoun observed that when a society reaches a certain density, the quality of interaction drops. He coined a term that would later haunt sociologists: high-density social pathology. He realized that even in a field of gold, a rat needs a role. Without a role, it becomes a ghost. This was the blueprint for the catastrophe that was about to unfold in Universe 25. Calhoun observed that when a society reaches a certain density, the quality of interaction drops. He coined a term that would later haunt sociologists: high-density social pathology. He realized that even in a field of gold, a rat needs a role. Without a role, it becomes a ghost. This was the blueprint for the catastrophe that was about to unfold in Universe 25. By day 300, the exploitation phase began. The population was doubling, but the social structure was rotting. This is where the story turns dark. Calhoun identified 3 distinct, disturbing groups that emerged from the chaos. First, the probers. These were hyperactive, hypersexualized males who lost all sense of boundaries. They didn't care about consent, they didn't care about age, and they didn't care about gender. They were a biological anomaly born from overstimulation. Second, the somnambulists, the sleepwalkers. These were mice that moved through the cage like shadows. They were morbidly obese, barely moving, and completely detached from reality. They had given up on life while still breathing. Third, the cannibals. In a world of infinite food, why would a mouse eat its own? Because it wasn't about hunger. It was about dominance. It was about the thrill of destruction in a world where nothing else mattered. Does this sound like a horror movie? Or does it sound like the dark corners of our modern internet? As we approach day 600, the most chilling phenomenon occurred. A new generation was born that had never known struggle. Calhoun called them the beautiful ones. They were the elite. They spent hours grooming their fur until it shone like silk. They never fought, never protected a territory, and never attempted to mate. They were physically perfect specimens, yet they were the heralds of extinction. Why did they stop reproducing? Because to reproduce is to sacrifice. To raise a child is to struggle. These mice had become so addicted to their own comfort and self-image that the very idea of another being was a burden. They were autistic in their social existence. They lived in a bubble of vanity. This is the first death, the extinction of the personality. And once the personality dies, the biology is just a countdown. Many critics say, "We are not mice." But are we sure? Look at the rising phenomenon of hikikomori. In Japan, millions of young people who refuse to leave their rooms. Look at the ink elves in the West. Look at the plunging birth rates in every developed nation on Earth. Calhoun mice were given free grain. We are given free dopamine through our screens. We are living in a digital universe 25. Our social friction happens in the comments section of a YouTube video or on Twitter. We are losing the ability to handle real-world conflict. Statistics show that more people live alone today than at any point in human history. We are becoming the beautiful ones. We curate our Instagram profiles to look perfect, just as those mice groomed their fur. But behind the screen, the soul is starving for a purpose. We have built a world where we can survive without each other, and that is exactly what is killing us. Many critics dismiss these findings, saying, "We are not mice. We have logic, art, and complex language. But are we truly as different as we think? Logic is a tool, but our biology is the engine, and that engine is being flooded with the wrong fuel." Look at the rising phenomenon of hikikomori. In Japan, millions of young people who have physically retreated from society, choosing the safety of four walls over the friction of human interaction. Look at the explosion of incel culture and social withdrawal in the West. These aren't just isolated trends. They are the human version of Calhoun's somnambulists. Calhoun's mice were given free grain. We are given free, endless digital dopamine. We no longer have to hunt for food, but we also no longer have to hunt for connection. It's delivered via an algorithm. We are living in a digital universe 25 where our social space has been compressed into a 6-inch glass screen. In this digital cage, our social friction has mutated. In the experiment, mice became aggressive because they were physically bumping into each other. Today, we bump into each other in the comments sections of YouTube, on Twitter, and through ideological wars. This is overstimulation without physical connection. It creates a state of permanent stress, a high-density psychological environment where the other is always a threat. We are losing the neuroplasticity required to handle real-world conflict, to negotiate, and to forgive. Statistics show that the number of people living alone has tripled in the last few decades. We are witnessing the birth of a global, beautiful ones generation. We spend hours curating our Instagram feeds, filtering our faces, and polishing our digital fur. We want to look perfect, to be admired from a distance, but we are terrified of being touched, of being seen in our messy, imperfect reality. Behind the glowing screen, the human soul is starving for a struggle that matters. We have built a world where we can survive without each other, and paradoxically, that is exactly what is making our existence impossible. Many critics dismiss these findings, saying, "We are not mice. We have logic, art, and complex language. But are we truly as different as we think? Logic is just a thin layer of paint on a massive, ancient biological engine. And today, that engine is being flooded with the wrong fuel." Look at the rising phenomenon of hikikomori. In Japan, millions of young people who have physically retreated from society. They live in a state of self-imposed exile, choosing the safety of four walls over the friction of human interaction. But this isn't just a Japanese problem. From the NEET clusters in Europe to the basement dwellers in North America, we are seeing the human version of Calhoun's somnambulists. They are the ghosts of a society that has made survival too easy and connection too difficult. Calhoun's mice were given free grain. We are given free, endless digital dopamine. In the past, dopamine was a reward for a successful hunt or a hard-won social bond. Today, it's a commodity. We no longer have to hunt for food, but more dangerously, we no longer have to hunt for connection. It's delivered via an algorithm designed to exploit our primal vulnerabilities. We are living in a digital universe 25 where our social space, once vast, physical, and risky, has been compressed into a 6-inch glass screen. In this digital cage, our social friction has mutated into something far more toxic. In the original experiment, mice became aggressive because they were physically bumping into each other in crowded tunnels. Today, we bump into each other in the comments sections of YouTube, on Twitter, and through endless ideological wars. This is overstimulation without physical presence. When you bump into someone on the street, your mirror neurons help you empathize. You see their eyes, their posture, their humanity. But when you bump into a screen, that person isn't a human, they are an obstacle. This creates a state of permanent neurological stress. We are living in a high-density psychological environment where the other is always perceived as a threat. We are literally losing the neuroplasticity required to handle real-world conflict. We have forgotten how to negotiate, how to tolerate discomfort, and most importantly, how to forgive. But why is this happening now? Why has the loneliness epidemic become the defining plague of the 21st century? The answer lies in the optimization of life. In the natural world, everything has a transaction cost. If you wanted to eat, you had to gather or cook. If you wanted companionship, you had to navigate the complex social rituals of your tribe. If you had a disagreement, you had to resolve it because you lived in the same cave. Today, we have optimized the human experience into oblivion. We have apps for food, apps for sex, apps for entertainment. We have removed every friction point from our lives. But Calhoun's experiment proves that friction is what creates heat, and heat is what keeps the soul alive. By removing the struggle to find a partner, the effort to maintain a household, or the tension of a face-to-face argument, we have caused our social muscles to undergo total atrophy. We are witnessing the birth of a global, beautiful ones generation. We spend hours curating our Instagram feeds, filtering our faces, and polishing our digital fur. We want to be admired from a distance, but we are terrified of being touched. We are terrified of being seen in our messy, imperfect, and vulnerable reality. We have created a buffer zone of pixels between ourselves and the world. In Universe 25, the beautiful ones were not just vain. They were biologically bankrupt. They had no internal map of how to interact with others. We see this today in our inability to form deep, lasting bonds. We are surrounded by thousands of digital friends, yet the average person reports having fewer close confidants than at any time in recorded history. We have replaced depth with surface. We are starving for a struggle that matters, a purpose that justifies our existence. Let's look at the biology. When a species is overstressed by high-density living without meaningful roles, its endocrine system begins to shut down. In Calhoun's mice, this manifested as a total loss of maternal and sexual instinct. In humans, we are seeing a terrifying mirror. Testosterone levels in men have been dropping for decades. Fertility rates in women are plummeting. But it's not just chemical, it's psychological. Like the mice, we are losing the script for life. We are told that self-actualization means being free from all responsibility. But a life without responsibility is a life without weight. And a life without weight simply floats away. We are moving toward a world of high-tech solitude. A world where we have 8 billion people, yet more people are dying alone in their apartments than ever before. In South Korea, they call it Gadoksa, the lonely death. In the UK, they have appointed a minister for loneliness. This is the behavioral sink in real time. This is the death phase of Universe 25. John Calhoun concluded his research with a chilling warning. He believed that humans have only one advantage over mice: conceptual space. Mice are prisoners of their instincts. When their environment breaks their instincts, they are doomed. But humans have the ability to think abstractly. We can see the cage. We can look at the data. We can realize that our utopia is actually a biological trap. The exit strategy is not more technology. It is not a faster internet or a better algorithm. The cure for Universe 25 is rewilding the human spirit. It is the intentional return to the difficult path. It means choosing the messy dinner with family over the sterile scrolling of a feed. It means choosing the risk of rejection in real life over the safety of a dating app. It means finding a struggle, a cause, a craft, or a community that is worth suffering for. As we close this nearly 30-minute investigation, don't just turn off the screen and go back to grooming your digital fur. Look at your life. Look at your tribe. Are you a beautiful one waiting for the end? Or are you a human being ready to reclaim your purpose? The report for Universe 25 is not a prophecy. It is a choice. The cage is open. You just have to be willing to walk out into the cold, beautiful, and difficult world again. Thank you for watching. Stay human. Stay difficult. Stay awake. If you've made it to the end of this journey, you are already proof that the first death hasn't taken us all. You still possess the focus, the curiosity, and the patience that the digital cage tries to steal from us every single day. By staying here, by thinking deeply, you have already already committed an act of rebellion against a world designed to keep you numb. But this shouldn't be a monologue. John Calhoun saw a world that ended in silence, but I want to end this video with a conversation. In your own life, where do you see the walls of Universe 25? Do you see them in the way we communicate through screens? In the growing loneliness of our modern cities? Or do you believe that humanity has already found a secret way out of the cage? A path that Calhoun's equations couldn't predict. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and honestly, your perspectives are the heartbeat of this channel. They remind me that there are still people out there searching for the truth.